Hey investors, Dave Hathaway. Welcome back to another educational episode. Today we're going to discuss the top 5 most profitable renovations. On this channel we discuss real estate, investing, and building wealth. What are the top 5 most profitable renovations? Now I speak from my own experience building a 50-unit portfolio, and these are not only profitable renovations, but you can't only think in dollar amount. When you're dealing with rental properties, you also have to think in time. And what I mean by that is when we think of, hey, should I install a carpet? Or hey, should I install some sort of laminate flooring? I want you to think, or how I think, is how long is this renovation or is this product gonna last? So if I see the price and carpet's cheaper than installing a laminate product or a hardwood floor, I don't wanna think just face value of the price. I also want to think how long that's going to last in my rental property. So if a carpet only lasts 1 or 2 years and a hardwood floor lasts 10 years, then a hardwood floor is 5 times more profitable or more valuable than that carpet. So that's how I think when I think of renovations. If you like this kind of content, I would love if you'd smash the like button, subscribe to the channel so you can learn how to invest in real estate just like us. Now let's head on over to the rental property where we actually have a current renovation going on to discuss those 5 renovations. Let's go. Guys, the #1 most profitable renovation is here in the kitchen. It's the heart of the home. It's what people come in, it's what they hang out in. It's the reason properties sell for more than other properties. It is the big factor to both tenants and to home buyers. So we don't want to miss this one as a profitable renovation. Now there's a couple things we do to make it profitable and make it indestructible as a kitchen. One of the main things we do is we use granite countertops. You can see they're just starting to install the cabinets up here on the wall cabinets, but I've noticed that a lot of properties end up having laminate countertops. So laminate countertops are cheaper than granite, they're cheaper than quartz, but they peel, the sides of them peel off. They get scorch marks really easily. So if you put a pot on the top of a laminate countertop and have scorch marks and look terrible, and that's why I avoid laminate countertops. Granite countertops are gonna last longer. What ends up happening is at the end of when the tenant's moving out, we can just clean up those granite countertops and then we can sell the property with the same granite countertop. So there's not a change out or anything. So make sure you're doing granite countertops. The next thing is on your kitchen cabinets, you wanna make sure you're putting pulls. Pulls are the hardware where you can pull it off. If you're coming over here and tenants are constantly touching the cabinets, what ends up gonna happen is your cabinet's gonna look absolutely disgusting because the oil, the grease on their finger is gonna be touching the cabinets. Either they're gonna wear off the paint and then you're gonna have to repaint your whole cabinets, or you're gonna have to replace them. So I highly recommend, it's a very inexpensive thing, is putting pulls on your kitchen cabinets. We're using white shaker because it's a very easy cabinet style to find. I would recommend not doing any intricate design on your kitchen cabinets for your rental properties. For the main purpose, if you have to replace a door, you don't want to get stuck trying to find a style that it's just really tough. So if you stick with shaker, and we've gone with white shaker, we go with gray shaker sometimes, depending on the size. That's it for the kitchen. Use those takeaways because I have found they are very helpful in my business and make it more profitable. Let's go on to the next area. Let's talk about our #2 most profitable renovation, and that is flooring. I know you can't see it too well. I'm gonna bring the camera down. Now, often you'll see carpets in properties. I do put carpets in some properties, but most of the time I'm putting LVP. And I found when I put carpets in properties, if I have a turnover with the tenant, i.e. the tenant moves out after a year, I'm usually having to replace those carpets. Or at the very least, I'm having to spend money to have them professionally cleaned. The only time when the carpet pays off is if you have a tenant that stays long-term. So if you have a tenant that stays 7 years, 5 years, or longer, then the carpets do pay off. But what I found is for LVP, not only do they take more of a beating, so they don't get damaged very much, they can just be cleaned up on a turnover. So i.e. somebody moves out, we don't have to have them professionally clean. We just have a cleaner come in, clean the floors, and they look relatively like they're new. That's a huge benefit. They are more expensive, but they also just look better. We usually can charge a little bit more rent because tenants come in and go, ooh, I like those. So it gives our properties more of a pop factor. So there's all these different like cogs that are working. Not only is it price, not only is it that the product actually lasts, but it's also the fact that we want certain things to stick out that tenants go, ooh, and it makes our property more desirable, so it gets rented faster. And that's just another way that you'll make more money if your property sticks out. If a bunch of different properties all have carpets and yours have LVP, a lot of times people will go, ooh, I like that property, it's nicer. So you can get a premium or you can just get your property rented out faster, both which create more money in your pocket. So we usually use this LVP. Now let me take you down here. So that is LVP flooring, and we use it pretty much everywhere. And I'll use the LVP in the bedrooms and LVP in the bathrooms and kitchen. Usually I put some sort of gray tile. Let me see if we actually have it over here. And that is what our LVP in the bathrooms look like. I just like them to be different, the main flooring to the bathroom flooring. I think it gives a real elegant look to the property. And the other huge thing is if all of a sudden we wanted to sell the property, this is gonna be the highest and best product. If all of a sudden I rent a property out for 3 or 4 years and I decide, hey, I wanna sell that property, I wanna take the equity out. When I put in LVP, it allows that property to be cleaned up real quick, no big expenses, put it right on the market because it has the product that I would put in there anyways if I was selling. All right, guys. You can go stainless steel. Your rooms are gonna look better. The tenants are gonna enjoy it. The main thing I want you to consider here is make sure you're unifying all of your hardware colors. So if you're gonna use brushed nickel for your lights, then please use brushed nickel for your hardware on your doors. Four. Guys, the last most profitable renovation when we're back on the outside of the property is exterior. And what do I mean by exterior work? So much stuff is a pain in the butt as a landlord, at least of what I found. Especially in Baltimore, it's chipping paint, but that's everywhere. You don't want to have handyman maintenance guys coming back and repainting areas because the paint's flaking off. So one of my favorite exterior renovations that I think is one of the most, and the number 5 most profitable renovation, is wrapping the exterior wood. So you can see how these windows have white aluminum wrapped around the wood frames of the windows. That's what I'm suggesting. Anywhere there's wood on the property, you try to wrap it with aluminum. I promise you it's gonna save you in the long run. It's basically you do it one time and you don't have to do it again for 30 years. This is a tenant-proof renovation. So not only does it look good, but it's also saving you money. It's a double whammy. There's also gonna be stuff around the cornices and behind the gutters. You can wrap in aluminum so you don't have to repair that wood, so you don't have to paint it. You don't have to come back and paint this aluminum. You can just wrap it and leave it. And that's why it's number 5 on the top most profitable renovations list. Another huge thing for the exterior is downspouts. And this is just a common issue that I see, and it ends up being super costly. And why we talk about it on most profitable renovations is extending your downspouts and gutters. If you've seen all of our shorts, you know we say extend those gutters and downspouts away from the property, because what ends up happening if you don't do that is the water pours down to your foundation. You have water issues in the basement, you have water issues on the front, creates foundation issues. And just with that simple fix, which is super inexpensive, makes you money in the long run. Guys, thanks for watching Top Most Profitable Renovations. We'll see you on the next episode.